Hello, my name is Bernard, admin for Binary Winners Club on Facebook, Telegram, and YouTube. I want to welcome you to this special video, which we want to use to launch a very new indicator or trading system for trading volatility indices. Do realize that I've never released a system for trading volatility indices before. It is something I've studied for several months, and I've been able to convert my strategy into a trading indicator, apparently with close to 100% accuracy. From my test, it's around 93%, so give it 90% accuracy. For trading volatility indices, this system is for no-touch options. It's not the ordinary call or put or what others might call high-low. This is for no-touch options only. And this is also a product of Binary Winners Club, which is my group on Facebook, Telegram, and YouTube. Please do remember, I solely develop my own systems, such as this one. Okay? There is our risk warning here. Your capital may be at risk. This is not financial advice. Please remember, information presented here is for educational purposes only. If you know what you are doing with the information, that's fine. If you don't know, seek advice from financial advisors, not from this very video. So welcome, and let's get to see how we can win at least 90% of our trades on volatility indices 100, 75, 50, 25, and 10. Okay? Now, the features of this system, which I call 90% accurate NT signals indicator. NT is no touch. That's the meaning. NT is no touch. So if you see it, in the text or in the video somewhere, you should be able to relate it. NT is no touch. Okay. So feature number one here is that this indicator is used to trade no touch options on binary.com broker. At the moment, that is the only broker I've used to trade no touch options, and I'll be able to show you how that works. Okay. Maybe I can quickly show you a clip of that. For example, here we go. This is no touch. Volatility index, volatility 100 index, no touch. Remember, there are many options here. This is purely for no touch. Okay. There is rise and fall, there is high and low, but I'm trading touch or no touch. In my case, no touch. The same way you would say higher or low, but you are trading maybe lower only. Here we are trading no touch. In other words, we are saying, if I were to take you back to Metatrader, here, I would be saying this, that when I enter my trade here, if I make a lower entry on this candle, okay, on this candle here, like this is my signal, then I am saying the next candle or the next two candles or three candles will not move up and touch my entry price. Of course, I can right click there to get the actual price. The actual price is when you right click on that line you draw, you move to properties, you go to common parameters. This is the price, which you can also see from the edge of the chart there. So in short, I am saying that I am entering the market at the close of this candle, and I'm saying the next candle will not move up to touch that line. Okay, same thing. I could also enter here and say it's a higher option, but now no touch. I'm simply this. If this is my signal, then I'm saying the next candle, this one, will not be able to come back and touch this line. It will close without touching this line. Here, I am saying the next candle, this one, because I probably entered at the close of this next candle will not move up and touch that line. Of course, I'm just giving a sample. Or if I were to use an entry like here, I would potentially be saying that if my entry is here or here, then the next candle, this one, will not be, I will be predicting that this next candle will not be able to move up and touch that line. That's the kind of trading I'm doing here on volatility indices, okay, or volatility index 100 and the rest, okay. So please, that is the no touch that I'm talking about. Now, feature number 2 of our 90% accurate NT signals indicator is it runs only on MT5, Metatrader 5. What I showed you here, this is Metatrader 5. Let me just relaunch the chart. Okay, this is Metatrader 5. Metatrader 4 does not have those volatility index 100, 75, and the rest. As you can see here, my asset is volatility index 100 or volatility 100 index. My time frame is 5 minutes or M5. Okay. The other feature is signals are very accurate using this is a custom built indicator. It's not something that you can just say MACD or moving average. No, it's a custom built indicator, and it generates about 90% accurate signal, sometimes more than that. Of course, on average, I can tell you it's around 90%. Okay, and as you can see even from the chart here, let me zoom a little bit while I'm talking about that level of accuracy with confidence. This is today's chart volatility 100 index on 5-minute time frame. Look at this candle. The next candle did not touch where this one started. So remember, for bear candles, the high of the candle is the entry, the entry price. For bullish signals like these ones, calls, what I call the buy no touch signals. These are the sell no touch signals. So in this case, for this one, price did not come to touch that level where the candle started. Look at this one. Price touched, but of course I will tell you how to enter so that you would have still scored a win on that trade. Here you can see confidently the next candle did not go close to the open of the candle. Here again, the next candle did not go to the open. The same thing. The next candle did not go back to the open of the candle. Here, this candle did not go to the open of the candle. And even if I scroll to previous days, you see, opened here, the next one did not come there. Open here, the next one did not come here. I can randomly go even here. Look at this. Open, the next one went up. Open, the next one did not go and touch the open. This one probably would have been a loss here. This one. But I will tell you how to enter so that probably this one would not have been a loss. Maybe it was. So accept that. Then this one was a win. 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 A win. If I went back, again, win, 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 win. You can go on and on and on and on. So when I'm telling you it is 90% accurate, I know what I'm talking about. Signals do not repaint. This is very important for you traders. Personally, I hate systems that repaint. Okay? Signals do not repaint. And the arrows you see here, in other words, these arrows do not disappear. These are custom built indicators. You can see the name there. So once this candle has been formed, and this, for example, this one, this arrow has been printed here at the close of this candle, this arrow will not disappear from here. Even if you change to a different time frame like M15 or M30, you went back, whichever, you'll still find your candle back, the arrow back on top of the exact candle. Even if you were to reinstall your MT5, okay, you will still be able to find that arrow there, okay? And that's why if there is a loss, a clear loss, hard to find one, for example here, this is a clear loss. Probably if you entered around here, where the candle started, chances are this one was a loss. Yeah, this one was a loss. All right. So here clearly you see this is a losing signal, and still it is there. Winning there, winning is there, winning is there, but also losing are also there. Of course, that's how you get to know whether system is repainting or not repainting. Number 2, we are saying that you know, it's not back painting. In other words, the arrow you see here forms when this candle is forming or when it has just completed forming. Back painting means, like now you are on this candle, an arrow appears 2-3 candles behind. Now this is not doing that. This is printing an arrow on the current candle, and if that closes with the arrow with it, on it, then it is not repainting at all. It remains on that same candle, regardless of whether it's going to be a losing trade or a winning trade. Arrows do not disappear. Please, this is very important. This point is very important. No repainting, no back painting, no disappearing. No touch options are safer than high-low options when done well. I know I've built systems before, but I probably have not hit 90% accuracy. I can tell you that for free. It is very hard to hit 90% accuracy with regular options where You say like I'm entering here. So for example, I'm saying I'm entering here. In the next 3 candles, price will close higher. Okay? It is hard. Sometimes you think an entry is nice. For example, you would have said maybe here this resistance, price comes and touches, you win, price comes and touches. You see now you said you are entering a touch and then price expect to close below. This is a case where price is likely even to close above. For example, touches here and you see that week and you think, oh, this is going to go down. You enter for 15 minutes, puts, or a lower option, and then price just continues upwards. This is safer. This is safer. The touch, no touch option is safer than the regular high-low, or higher-low, lower, or the one you call normally put call options. Okay. Now, many signals appear per asset per day, and therefore more profits. Look at that. Okay. So here we have an example of volatility 100 index, current chart. This is today. Today so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signals. On volatility 75 so far we have 1 there, 2, 3. All right, that's 9. On volatility 50 we have 2 signals, so we have 11 so far. On volatility 25 we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's about 15 so far. On volatility 10, how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6. So we have around 21, and it's just like half a day or so. Okay, 21 signals so far. So we have plenty of signals per asset per day. Okay, and that translates to more profits. You should be able to trade if you are able to trade most of those signals. The preferred time frame is 5 minutes. Or M5, you can do M15, the system works. Okay, this is M15, as you can see, have 1 signal here, M30, 2 signals there, H1, now they start becoming fewer. Okay, of course you can do M1 high risk. I don't encourage that. Recommended minimum M5. Okay, all right. Then we have assets which I'm trading. This is volatility 100 index, volatility 75, 50, 25, 10. These are the 5 great assets you should be able to trade with the system, and they are all found on Metatrader 5. Like you can see 100, 75, 50, 25, and 10. Okay, this one is just repeated here for testing something else. Great. The other feature is you may trade currencies, but the expiry time is too long. Let me show you what that means. For example, if I go here and I try to trade using the same but on Forex, if I try, say, AUD USD. Now look, by default, I can only trade touch options if the expiry is in terms of days. Okay, and the minimum is 1 day. So if my expiry is 1 day, then I can trade this system. Goodness, who is going to wait for 1 day for a trade to expire? Wow, I will not want to go that route. Huh? So that's why we are doing indices. That's why we are doing indices here. Okay, that's why we are doing indices, which can expire in minutes, even ticks if you wanted, and the minimum expiry is 2 minutes, as you can see here too. Okay, so I like doing 5 because my time frame is 5. Great, that is enough for features. So key to remember, the accuracy is very high. You are trading on a Metatrader 5. Okay, and the signals do not repaint. All right, now next, the key points you must consider for you to make consistent profits from this system are as follows. Number 1, the expiry time is the close of the next 5-minute candle. It is safe when you have at least 2 minutes remaining. This is what I'm saying. Okay, by the time you see this arrow, when this candle has closed and the arrow is there, you have 5 minutes to trade. What is the meaning of that? Let me show you. So you decide to trade this signal here. If you're trading this signal here, this one, it means your focus is to enter on the next candle. Here. And your intention is the next candle, the green one here, will not go back and touch that level. I showed you how to pick that price. Okay, let me use a line. So assuming my entry is there, about, as you can see, the price is 1326.98. all right, So I'm entering, let me choose that price. For example, here, I right click, I choose properties, I go to parameters, I right click and copy that. Then I'll go to my broker immediately and paste it under the barrier offset. Barrier offset, that's where you paste it. Right click, paste. Okay. Now you can see what's happening here. In short, as at that point, of course I'm demonstrating, it's not the current price. Maybe I should use the current, the current one. But just understand, assuming there was an arrow. Let me just demonstrate that. Assuming there was an arrow here, it means this is a valid setup for you. So then it means you will go above the high of that candle with the arrow, right click that, choose parameter value, copy that, right? Now I'm assuming, you see we have 2 minutes remaining. Let me just do a demo. We do a put there for no touch. Then I go back. What asset is this? Volatility 100. So I'll paste my price here, okay? And I choose 2 minutes because I think it's 2 minutes remaining so far to the expiry of that candle. Then if the broker offers me an option to do no touch, I will do it. For now, it's saying this contract offers no return. Why is that so? Price has gone down so much, maybe they think it's very likely not going back up. That's why they may not give you an option. But maybe if I give it additional time, like 7 minutes, that means the candle will close plus the next candle. You see it's telling me 23%. Let's just do a demo. I will buy this no touch. Does not touch. Remember, look here. Does not touch. So I'm saying the next 7 minutes, price will not touch here, 1300.75. So let's do that quickly. Just demonstrating. All right. So leave that. It's just for explanation purpose. In other words, this candle will close without touching, and the next 5 minutes candle will close without touching this level. That's the meaning of 7 minutes. Okay. Because 2 minutes are remaining here plus 5 more minutes on the next candle. We go back. If you are using 15 minutes or higher time frames, like 30 minutes, 1 hour, then you have to consider the correct expiry. On 15 minutes, you have, 15 minutes, you have 14 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how many minutes are remaining by the time you're taking the signal. For example, here, you now have 1 minute. Remember, the minimum you can take is 2 minutes on the broker, which I showed you that. Okay, 2 minutes minimum. So if the signal has gone below 2 minutes, you cannot take it. All right. So for 15 minutes, for example, 15 minutes now, you see you have 11 minutes. I've just switched to 15 minutes. This stays 11 minutes. That means if I were to take this trade, if this was a signal, then I would consider 10 minutes. Say, in other words, in the next 10 minutes, this candle will not touch that price. That is the meaning. Okay. Do you remember I've just messed this chart just to demonstrate things. So we go back to 5 minutes. Great. Now, always note the remaining time to the close of the candle. That's what I've shown you using the timer. Always check this. Okay. Don't assume you will always be entering 5 minutes. Sometimes, the time you spend putting your line here, right clicking, that one to extract the value here, going from here, going to paste it on the broker might take a minute. So by the time you're entering, you have 4 minutes remaining. So don't always assume it's 5 minutes. Okay. Always use the remaining time. Then, only enter a trade if the payout is at least 20%. Look at that. I entered when the payout was what? Was 20%. I think it was around 23%. It was 23%. Like now it's saying 74%. Okay. Why? Probably the broker now is aware this price is likely to go back up and a touch. So when you see the payout rushing upwards, you see now it's almost 100%. It means price is likely to be touched. That means you are likely to lose. Usually, when you are likely to win, the payout is small here. Okay? So please ensure at least 20% is your payout. Why? If you do 10%, then it means you'll be doing a zero game. You will win 9 trades, you lose 1, and you'll be back to break even. Assume this. For every trade you enter is $10. Okay? That means you make 10%, which is $1. So if you do 9 trades, you make $9. All right? When you do the 10th trade and you lose it, you lose $10. So ideally, you're either breaking even or actually, that's a losing game, more or less. You'll be losing $1. That's what I'm saying. Only trades you enter are when payout is at least 20%. That way, it means if you are trading with $10 per trade, for every trade you make $2. So if you make 9 wins, you have $18. And if you lose one trade, you lose 10. So your balance is $8. That is the beauty of the system. Okay? So imagine now when you have 25%, 30%, sometimes that happens, even 40%, you will make good money out of this system. Okay? Let me show you some sample profitability computation here. The number of trades taken per day, assuming you're doing 20 trades per day. Okay? You win 18 because you are dealing with a 90% accuracy. It means you'll win 18 and you will lose 2 on that day. Supposing you were staking, the amount you are using per trade is $50. The stake amount is this one here. This one you see here, stake is here. The amount you want to invest per trade. I traded with 20. You might trade with 50, depends on ability. All right. So assuming you are trading with 50 per trade, that the minimum payout is 20%, which I said must be 20%. Don't go for less than that. Then the profit made that day would be 18 trades which you won, multiplied by 20%, which is your payout, multiplied by the amount you staked per trade. And that will give you $180. But you also lost 2 trades. And in each loss, you lose the whole amount. So in this case, you lost 2 trades, and each trade was $50. So you lost 100. The balance, your net profit for that day, would be the 180 you made minus the 100 you lost, which would give you $80 on that day. Of course, if you were to do this in a week, it would be $400. In a month, it would be close to $1,600. Not bad. Again, depending on how much you are able to invest. All right. So if you were to do with $100, then per trade, you would make $160 on that day, which now would make you, around $3,200 per month. If we were going by the same rate. But of course, if you were to do $25, you would make 40 on that day, and that will mean 200 on that week and 800 for that month. It all depends on you, how your account looks. If you are financially okay, you can be able to trade with higher stakes than 50 or even than 25, higher than 10. You can do 200, you can do 100. We are different. Of course, if you are starting up and you have a small account, you can do 10 per trade or 5. It depends. We are all different. Okay. On average, you are expected to win about 90% of the trades. So your wins will significantly outperform your losses. Okay. And if you trade only with at least 20% of payout, with 90% win rate, you are guaranteed to make profits. Please follow the rules. Do not become an emotional trader. An emotional trader is one that would see one loss and immediately go back revenging and say, I must win and recover my money. That's emotional. Okay. Or you can see time is over, like this is remaining with the 52 seconds. And we are saying minimum is 2 minutes. Now this one violates the rules. It means you cannot enter trade like this one. Already, you don't have a minimum of 2 minutes to expiry. So someone might still enter this. And if you enter minimum of 2 minutes, you know the danger? This candle will close, the next candle might still go down and you lose. So please follow the rules. Don't be emotional. Follow the rules religiously. Okay? Now, these are sample buy no touch option rules. Okay? Buy no touch option rules. These are the rules, not even a sample. These are rules from me. Of course, you can make your own rules if you want. But these are the rules that I used to achieve the 90% accuracy I showed you. A buy signal arrow will appear. Of course, it will come with a sound alert and a message that will pop up to tell you there's a buy signal. There's a buy trade to enter. You are supposed to enter your no touch buy option some 0.5 pips below the low of the candle with the arrow. Now, these are some of the, for example, this is the buy signal. Buy signal. You put a line some 0.5 pips below the candle with the arrow. All right? And that becomes your price for entering. Your expiry, of course, should be the close of the next candle. So if it's 5 minutes remaining by the time you're doing that, or 4 minutes remaining, or 3 minutes, minimum 2 minutes, you enter. And that's, of course, from this very chart, you can see that was a win, that was a win, that was a win. Of course, even puts would have won. So let me demonstrate. You get a signal. You get a signal like this one. This one. You get this signal here. This one. What you do is, when you look at that, if you are touching the wick, the low of the candle, it is 1314.88. 1314.88. My suggestion is you don't have to be accurate, 0.5 pips. Just move it slightly lower, like there. 1340, for example, if you look at that, 1314.80, if I add 0.5 to that, it would be 1315.3. 1315.3. No, not 1315. 13, if I subtract 50 pips, 50 points, which is, okay, 0.5 pips, sorry. I subtract 0.5 pips, that means I'll be moving lower to 1314.30, because that is 80. So I'll go up to around 0.30, thereabouts. Of course, one way you could do that is just leave the line there, go back here. This is 0.80, just switch it to 0.30, and the line will adjust automatically. That's what I recommend. First, draw it at the wick, then adjust by adding. If it's a call, you are weighing high, you subtract. So subtract under the decimals, just subtract 50. That makes it 30. Now that means this is the price you need to copy and paste on your broker. This is your entry. And the expiry will be the close of the next candle. That's what I'm doing here. Simple rules, as you see. Arrow, mark your entry, expiry is next candle. Very simple. Cannot get close, simpler than that. Now, sell is the same thing, only that now we are going down. So we got this signal here, for example. So we go to the top of the candle, mark it, go to parameters. This is 96. You need to add about 50. 96 is around 00, add 50 to it. That means this would be 50, but this one would have converted to 6, okay? You see, there is that gap. I've added 0.50. So I've added, like, call it 0.50 there, yes. So that means now I enter. This is the price. The next candle was predicted not to go back and touch that level. That is the meaning of these rules, as you can see here. Simple rules. Some of the signals, and you can see this 24th November, very recent. All of these signals, as you can see, 7 of them were winners in a row. Yeah? This was a winner. In other words, after the arrow, the next candle did not go back to touch the open price. No touch means price will not go back to touch the open price, of course, plus or minus the 0.5 pips I just indicated, okay? So you'll assume that for every entry, for every genuine arrow you see here, for every arrow you see here, like here, your entry was slightly below the candle, somewhere like, somewhere here. Yeah? Somewhere like that. You don't have to enter at exactly the same price, just slightly below to be safer, okay? One thing I can tell you for free, please take note. One thing I can tell you, even if you entered at the exact entry, you'll still be close to 90%. Actually, when you go lower, like here, you will win more than 90%. But my computation of 90%, it means at the exact level where you're entering from. Like for this signal, you enter at the open of the candle. For this signal, you enter at the open of this candle here. For this one, you enter here. For this one, you enter here, okay? But at least so that you are able to do 93%, even 95%, to get some buffer, some margin above, some margin below, so that you are able to get, higher profits. Okay? So again, that was volatility 75. This is volatility 25. Again, you have like how many signals? 6, and all of them are winners, no loss. Now, in conclusion, this is a very powerful system, like I've shown you. You follow the rules, you will make profits. That I can guarantee you. If you follow the rules, you will make profits. To get the licensed copy of this, you need to contact us or contact me using the details that are shown below here. A license, in other words, to get your own licensed copy, you need to pay $250. Just that. You get a copy, and later on, whenever I make upgrades or updates, your updates and upgrades will be free. Of course, payment options here would be Skrill, PayPal, Neteller, and Payoneer. Our contacts, here we have a Facebook group. It's called Binary Winners Club. You can search. We have a Telegram chat room. You can type this on your code. Of course, if you buy this system, you'll get this document. Then you just need to click and be taken there. We have a Telegram channel also called Binary Winners Club. My Telegram ID, if you want to contact me personally on Telegram, that is my ID at bond01. And my email, the email we use is binarywinnersclub@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel, again, search. It's also called Binary Winners Club. On YouTube, you can search. Our channel is Binary Winners Club. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders, that is it from me about this powerful system. Now I wanted to, before I close, I wanted to show you all of this. For example, let's just pick volatility 100, all right? And let's go back to the beginning of the month, November, to show you how profitable the system is. You can count with me wins and losses. If we go back to November 1st, just to show you that the system is consistently profitable. Okay, check with me. Let me just zoom a little bit. Let us look at the arrows. This one, the next candle did not touch. So winner, 3, 4, count with me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one probably a loss. Okay, I've been forgotten counting. Is it 9-1? Okay, 10-1, 10-1, 11-1, 12-1, 13-1, 14-1, 15-1, 16-1, 17-1, 18-1, 19-1, 20-1, 21-1, 21-1. This would have been tricky. 21-2. Of course, if you do not apply the rules, like I said, you some 0.5 pips, this would have been a loss. So let's say 21-2, 22-2, 23-2, 24-2, 24-3, 25-3, 26-3, 27-3, 28-3, 29-3, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Those are wins. 35-3, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 42, 43, 44, 40, 44, 44, 44, 4, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So far we have 80. This is 11 days, up to 11th, from 1st of November to 11th of November. We have 80 wins, 4 losses, if I counted them correctly. So if I pull my calculator here, 80 over 84 is what? 95% win rate. 95% win rate. Guys, I have no doubt this system is very profitable. I have no doubt. And so, contact me if you want this system for your trading. If you want me to train you how to do it. By the way, let's see our trade. We entered a trade. We entered a trade. We entered a trade at some point. Yeah, we entered a trade at some point. I think we won it, but of course it was a test trade. No problem at all. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yes, it's a win. It's a win. I can tell you, it's a win. But let me see if I'm able to get it better than that. Let me see my statement. See, this was a trade we entered and we made $4. We made $4 of profit. Okay, of course, as you can see, the last trade I also made some profit out of it. This is the trade we took. You can see it's a few minutes ago. Okay, so guys, it is serious business when I say, that the system works. I mean it works. Okay, I mean it works. So please just get to understand that that is how our system works. Okay, that's how the system works. It's very profitable. If you have questions, ask me. Otherwise, See you in the next video. And in the next product, I'll be releasing another product for trading the binary options, the regular one, higher and lower options. Okay, but for this one, please remember, you need binary.com as a broker. Okay, you also need to trade only on Metatrader 5, and you also need to remember that we are trading volatility indices or volatility index 100, 75, 50, 25, and 10 with an amazing accuracy of at least 90%. Cheers, and see you in the next video.